All right, in this video, we're going to go over number 4, the calculator multiple choice. So the first thing we have to do here is we need to talk about the base of our solid is a region in the first quadrant, so we know that. And it's the graph of the inverse tangent. Now, the inverse tangent in the first quadrant is a graph that looks like this. And then we have a horizontal line at y equals 3. And we have a vertical line at 1. Now I'm also getting it contained in here with the first quadrant. So we know that x equals 0 is the start of this graph. It's not going to go past that. And we are going to do this with cross sections to make this three-dimensional figure where each shape of the cross section is going to be a square. So the area of our square is side squared. So if we can figure out what my side length is going to be right here, that's not the right color. Let's try something else. All right, that side length right there. If we can figure out that side length, then we know we can integrate my side length squared dx to find the volume. So as I go for that side length is going to go from the upper function to the lower function. The upper function is 3 minus the lower function, which is the inverse of tangent. We square that whole thing. Now the integral, though, is going to go from 0 to 1, starting at 0, going off to 1. So we can go math 9 on this one. This one's calculator. Type it in, and we get an answer of 6.612. All right, let's go ahead and do this free response. Now, there was a typo in here. It says calculator is not allowed, and this one, the calculator is definitely allowed. So I'm sorry for the typo, but this one you have to have your calculator with to go ahead and do this. So we have the figure of R, which is the shaded region in the first quadrant, bounded by the graphs right here, this one, as y equals 4 natural log of 3 minus x, and the horizontal line of 6, and the vertical line of 2. I just kind of like to write everything on there so that we have it. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find the area. Well, the area is going to be the top minus the bottom, and nothing's squared for area. So we're going from 0 to 2 of the top function, which is 6, minus the bottom function, which is the curve. So 4 natural log of 3 minus x dx. And now this is why this one is calculator. There is no way for us to take the integral of the natural log. So answer, after we go math 9, is going to be 6.817. All right, next one, we're going to go take the volume, but now we're going to revolve it around the line y equals 8. So I'm taking this graph and I'm rotating around y equals 8. So I can see that I have some space here in my graph. My shaded region is not touching this line at all. So we know that this is going to be washer. So we're going to have a big radius. And then we're also, in this case, going to have a small radius. So let's start off with the big radius. The big radius is going to go from 8 down to the curve. So my big radius is going to be 8 minus 4 natural log of 3 minus x. And my small radius is going to be from 8 to 6. And 8 to 6, we know, is going to be 2 spaces wide. Now, the formula for finding when we're revolving is pi integral from 0 to 2 of the big radius squared minus the little radius squared dx. And again, you're using your calculator for this one, typing it all in, multiplying by pi to get 186.180. All right, last one. In this case, we are going to go with each piece being a cross section perpendicular to the x-axis, and the shape is going to be a square. So as we look at that square shape, we always know that the area is going to be my side squared. So my side is going to be the distance between the upper function and the lower function. So the side is going to be 6 minus 4 natural log of 3 minus x and that's my side length. So we know it's going to be the side squared, and that's what I need to integrate. I need to integrate that area. So my side is this, and I'm going to square it. I need one more set of parentheses in there. And that's going to go again from 0 to 2. And when we go math 9 for that one, we get an answer of 26.266.